Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I want you to imagine something with me. Softly, gently, with no fear at all, because you are safe here, warm in your bed, and nothing I describe can touch you tonight. Imagine it is the night before your first day at a new job, in an English-speaking place, perhaps an office, somewhere in London, and you are lying awake because your mind is busy. It is running through all the things that might happen tomorrow. New people, new faces, new names, and all of it in English. You are wondering, what will I say when I meet them? How do I introduce myself? What if someone asks me something and I do not understand? What if I need help and I do not know how to ask? What if there is a meeting and everyone speaks quickly and I am lost? If you know this feeling, this quiet worry before a new beginning, then you are in exactly the right place tonight. Because here is what we are going to do, softly, together. We are going to live that first day, gently, before it happens. We are going to walk through the whole day, from the moment you arrive to the moment you go home, and at every step, I will give you the exact words, the real English, the simple, warm phrases that carry you through each moment. The introductions, the small talk by the coffee machine, asking for help when you are unsure, sitting in your first meeting, meeting your manager, saying goodbye at the end of the day, all of it, softly, one gentle step at a time, and by living it tonight in the safety of your warm bed, something wonderful happens. When the real day comes, it will not feel new, it will feel familiar, because you will have already walked it in your calm, quiet mind. The words will already be there, waiting, worn smooth and ready. You do not have to study tonight. You do not have to try. You do not have to remember anything at all. Just listen and rest and let the words settle into you softly while your body sleeps. So make yourself comfortable now. Let your head sink into the pillow. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your hands grow soft and heavy. Take one slow breath in and let it go, slowly. The worry can rest tonight. There is nothing to fear here. There is only this quiet voice and the warm dark and a gentle first day lived softly before it begins. So close your eyes and let's begin together. Before we begin the day, let's take away the fear, gently, because the words are easy, but the fear makes them feel hard, and I do not want you to carry it. Here is the first thing to know. On your first day, everyone expects you to be new. Think about that, softly. They know it is your first day. They know you are learning where things are, who people are, how everything works. Nobody expects you to be perfect. Nobody expects you to know everything. In fact, they expect the opposite. They expect you to ask questions. They expect you to be a little unsure. That is completely normal and completely fine. And here is the second thing. People are usually kind to someone who is new. When you are the new person, something soft happens in others. They remember their own first day. They remember how it felt. And so they are patient. They are welcoming. They want to help you feel at home. Your new colleagues are not waiting to judge you. They are hoping you will settle in and be happy and become one of them. And the third thing, the most important thing, you do not need perfect English to have a good first day. You need warm English, simple English, a smile, a few kind words, and the willingness to ask when you are unsure. That is all. And you already have all of that inside you. So let the fear go tonight. Set it down. You will not need it. Tomorrow, in our gentle imagining, you are going to walk into that new place, and you are going to be just fine, more than fine, because you will have the words. And the words are simple and warm and already becoming yours. Let's begin the day now. Softly. It is morning, the first morning, and you are arriving at your new workplace, somewhere in London. Perhaps the sky is gray, perhaps it is drizzling, softly. You take a slow breath and you walk in through the front doors. Often the first person you meet is at the front desk, a receptionist. And here is what you say. Listen, softly. Good morning. My name is Maria. It's my first day today. That is all. Simple and warm and clear. It's my first day today. These words are wonderful because they explain everything at once. They tell the person exactly who you are and why you are there, and the receptionist will smile and say something like, "Oh, welcome. Let me just call someone for you. Take a seat. They'll be down in a moment." And you say, "Thank you very much." Then you might sit and wait for a few minutes, and that is fine. Just breathe softly. You are doing well already. Let's practice that arrival, gently. Listen and let the words settle. Good morning, I'm Maria. It's my first day. I'm here to see James Bennett, please. Thank you, I'll wait here. And if someone comes to meet you, they will often say, "Hi, you must be Maria. Welcome, I'm James. Lovely to meet you." And you say, "Lovely to meet you too. Thank you. You must be Maria." Listen to that phrase. English speakers say it when they are fairly sure who you are. You must be the new person. You must be James. It is warm and friendly, and you will hear it often on your first day. Rest with these now. It's my first day. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much. Small, warm words, and already enough. Now comes the part that worries people most. Introducing yourself. But it is far simpler than you fear. Let me give you the words, softly. When you meet someone new, you only need 3 small things. Your name, a warm nice to meet you, and perhaps one small friendly detail. That is all. Listen. Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. That is a complete, perfect introduction. 2 small sentences. You do not need more. But if you want to add a little warmth, you can say, "Hi, I'm Maria. I've just started today. Nice to meet you." Or, "Hello, I'm Maria. I'm new here in the marketing team. Nice to meet you." Feel how simple that is. Your name, a little detail, a warm closing, 3 small pieces. And when the other person introduces themselves back, you listen for their name and you use it warmly. Listen. They say, "Hi Maria, I'm Sophie. I work in accounts." And you say, "Nice to meet you, Sophie." Saying their name back is a small, beautiful thing. It shows you were listening. It shows you care. And it helps you remember their name, too. Now here is a gentle truth. You will not remember everyone's name on the first day. That is completely normal. Everyone forgets names on the first day. There are simply too many. And there is a lovely, easy phrase for when you forget. Listen. Sorry, could you tell me your name again? Or, I'm so sorry, I've forgotten your name. There are so many new people today. And people will smile and tell you again, happily, because they understand. Everyone understands. Forgetting a name on your first day is not a mistake. It is simply human. Let's rest with these now. Listen, softly. Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. I've just started today. I'm new here. Nice to meet you, Sophie. Sorry, could you tell me your name again? Let them settle, softly, deep into you. Now, someone, perhaps your manager James, is going to walk you around and introduce you to the team. This is a warm, gentle part of the day. You will meet many people quickly, and you only need small, warm responses. Let me show you. James will say something like, "Everyone, this is Maria. She's joining the marketing team. It's her first day, so be nice to her." And people will smile, and one by one, they will greet you. And all you need each time is something small and warm. Listen. Someone says, "Hi, Maria. Welcome. I'm Tom." And you say, "Thank you. Nice to meet you, Tom." Someone says, "Welcome aboard. I'm Grace. I sit just over there." And you say, "Thank you, Grace. Lovely to meet you." Someone says, "Hi. Good to have you with us." And you say, "Thank you. I'm happy to be here." Feel how these small responses carry you, easily, through many introductions. Nice to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. You simply use them again and again warmly with each new person. And there are some lovely warm words you will hear on a first day. Listen for them. Welcome aboard. A warm way of saying welcome to the team. Good to have you with us. Great to have you on board. Let me know if you need anything. People will say this to you often. It is kind and it is real. They mean it. And when someone says, "Let me know if you need anything," you say, "Thank you, that's very kind. I will." Warm and grateful. Now here is a small, gentle tip. You do not have to say anything clever when you meet the team. You do not have to be interesting. You only have to be warm. A smile, a nice to meet you, a thank you. That is more than enough. People will remember your warmth long after they forget your words. Let's rest with these now. Listen, softly. Nice to meet you, Tom. Lovely to meet you, Grace. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Welcome aboard. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you, that's very kind. Now, between all the introductions, there will be small talk, little easy conversations about nothing much at all. And this is where many learners freeze. So let me fill you gently with the small warm pieces you need. On a first day, people will ask you certain questions again and again. Let me show you them and the easy answers. They will ask, "So, how are you finding it so far?" And you say, "It's great, thank you. Everyone's been really kind." They will ask, "Did you find us okay?" They mean, "Was the journey easy? Did you find the building?" And you say, "Yes, thank you. No trouble at all." Or, "Yes, the directions were very clear." They will ask, "How was your journey in?" Or, "Whereabouts do you live?" And you say, "Not too bad, thanks. I came on the tube." Or, "I'm over in Camden, so it's not far." They will ask, "Where were you before this?" They mean your last job. And you say, "I was at a small company in the city." Or, "I've just moved here from Spain, actually." And you can ask small things back, too. Remember, always hand it back. Listen. How long have you worked here? Have you been here long? What do you work on? What's your role here? Is it always this busy? Said with a small smile. Let me show you a whole small talk moment. Listen, softly. Your whole small talk moment. Listen, softly. Colleague Grace brings you a cup of tea and says, "Here you go, milk and one sugar, right?" And you say, "Oh, lovely, thank you so much." And she says, "No problem. So how are you finding it so far?" And you say, "A little, but in a good way. How long have you been here?" And she says, "Ooh, about 5 years now. Feels like home." And you say, "That's lovely. It seems like a really nice place to work." And she says, "It is mostly. You'll settle in no time. Feel how warm that was, and notice, softly. Every piece was small. Oh, lovely, thank you. It's great, honestly. How long have you been here? That's lovely. Nothing clever, nothing difficult. Just warmth, handed gently back and forth. Now let me take you to a special place, the coffee machine, or the kitchen, because in every office, this is where the small, warm conversations happen, and there are little phrases that live here. Listen, can I get you a tea or coffee? A kind offer you will hear often, and you say, "Oh, I'd love a coffee, thank you," or "I'm all right for now, thanks." How do you take it? They mean milk, sugar. How do you like your drink? And you say, "Just milk, please." Milk and one sugar, thanks. Black, please. White, no sugar, thanks. And you can offer two. This is a lovely warm thing to do. Listen, I'm making a tea. Would you like one? Can I get anyone a coffee? Shall I put the kettle on? That last one is very British. Shall I put the kettle on? Tom stands up and says, I'm making a brew. Anyone want one? A brew simply means a cup of tea. Very casual, very British. And you say, oh, go on then. Tea, please. Just milk. And he says, course, coming up. And you say, you're a star. Thank you. You're a star. A warm way of saying, thank you, that's so kind. Rest with it. You're a star. You're a lifesaver. Thank you so much. Let these little kitchen phrases settle now. Can I get you a coffee? How do you take it? Just milk, please. Shall I put the kettle on? Anyone want a brew? Oh, go on then. You're a star. Now on your first day you will not know where anything is, and that is completely normal. You will need to ask, and asking is easy and welcome and kind. Let me give you the words. Listen. Sorry, where's the toilet? Or more politely, sorry, could you tell me where the toilets are? Where's the kitchen? Where do people have lunch? Where should I put my coat? Is there somewhere I can leave my bag? Which desk is mine? Where will I be sitting? Where's the meeting room? Which way is the exit? And the gentle way to begin any of these is with sorry or excuse me. Listen, sorry, could you tell me? Excuse me, do you know where? These small, soft words make every question polite and warm. Let me show you. Listen softly. You turn to Grace and say, sorry, Grace, could you tell me where the toilets are? And she says, of course, just down the hall on the left. And you say, thank you so much. And she says, no problem at all. Just shout if you need anything. Just shout if you need anything. A warm, casual phrase. It does not mean shout loudly. It just means, please ask me any time. And you say, I will. Thank you. Rest with these now. Sorry, could you tell me where? Where should I put my coat? Which desk is mine? Thank you so much. Small, easy, and enough. Now we come to something very important, asking for help, because this is the skill that will save you, again and again, not just on your first day, but in all your days at work. And so many learners are afraid of it. So let me take that fear away, gently. Here is the truth. Asking for help is not weakness. At work, asking for help is a strength. It shows you care about doing things well. It shows you are honest. A good worker who asks a question is far better than a quiet worker who guesses and gets it wrong. Everyone knows this. Your colleagues know this. So please, never be afraid to ask. And the words are simple. Let me give them to you softly. When you do not know how to do something, sorry, could you show me how to do this? Would you mind showing me how this works? I'm not quite sure how to do this. Could you help me? when you need something, could you help me with something when you have a moment? Sorry to bother you, could I ask you something? That phrase, when you have a moment, is lovely and polite. It says, I know you are busy, there is no rush. Could you help me when you have a moment? Whenever you're free, could you show me? And sorry to bother you is a warm, gentle way to begin. It softens everything. Sorry to bother you, but sorry to interrupt. Could I just ask? Let me show you. Listen softly. You turn to Tom and say, sorry to bother you, Tom. When you have a moment, could you show me how to log in? And he says, course, now's fine. Let me come over. And you say, thank you. I really appreciate it. And he shows you, and you say, ah, I see. That makes sense. Thank you so much. Feel how easy that was, and notice the whole thing was warm and polite, and it got you exactly the help you needed. Sorry to bother you. When you have a moment, could you show me? I really appreciate it. Ah, that makes sense. Rest with these. They will carry you through every day of work for the rest of your life. Now, closely tied to asking for help is this: what to say when you do not understand something, because it will happen on your first day many times. Someone will explain something and it will go too fast or use words you do not know, and that is completely normal. Let me give you the gentle words. Listen. Sorry. Could you say that again? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you explain that again, please? Sorry, I'm not sure I understand. What does that mean, sorry? Sorry, what's a? When there is a word you do not know. Could you go through that once more? Would you mind explaining that a bit more slowly? And a lovely one for making sure you understood. Listen. So, just to check, you'd like me to, let me make sure I understand. You want me to? So, if I've got this right, these are wonderful because they let you repeat the task back, in your own words, to make sure you have it right. And your colleague will say, yes, exactly, or, not quite, let me explain again. Either way, you end up understanding perfectly. Let me show you. Listen, softly. Grace explains a task, quickly, and you are not sure you followed. So you say, sorry, Grace, could you go through that once more? I want to make sure I get it right. And she says, of course, no problem. So, first you open this, and after you say, ah, I see. So just to check, you'd like me to send it to you when it's done? And she says, exactly. Perfect. And you say, great. Thank you for explaining. Feel how safe that was. You did not guess. You did not pretend. You asked gently, and you checked, and now you know exactly what to do. That is not weakness. That is doing your job well. Rest with these now. Sorry, could you say that again? I'm not sure I understand. Just to check, you'd like me to. Thank you for explaining. Now at some point on your first day you will sit down properly with your manager, perhaps James, who welcomed you this morning. This is a warm, important conversation, and there is nothing to fear. Let me walk you through it, gently. Your manager will want to make you feel welcome, and to tell you a little about the job, and to see how you are settling in. And you only need to be warm and honest, and to ask a few small questions. Listen, James says. So, how's your first day going so far? And you say, really well, thank you. Everyone's been so welcoming. And he says, good, I'm glad to hear it. I know the first day can be a lot to take in. And you say, a little, but everyone's been very patient with me. And he says, That's what we're here for. Now, do you have any questions so far? And here you can ask something small and sensible. Listen. Yes, actually. What would you like me to focus on this week? A wonderful question. It shows you want to do well. Or, is there anything you'd like me to start with? What's the best way to reach you if I have questions? And James says, great question. For this week, just focus on settling in and learning the systems. Don't worry about the big stuff yet. And you say, that sounds good, thank you. And he says, and if you have any questions, just come and find me or drop me a message anytime. And you say, thank you. I really appreciate that. Feel how calm that was. You did not have to be clever. You were warm. You were honest. You asked one good question, and you thanked him. That is a perfect first meeting with a manager. And here are some warm, sensible things to say to a new manager that always land well. Listen, I'm really happy to be here. I'm looking forward to getting started. Thank you for the warm welcome. Please let me know if I can help with anything. I'll do my best. Let them settle. How's your first day going? Really well, thank you. What would you like me to focus on? I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to getting started. Now, perhaps in the afternoon, there is a meeting, and this worries learners more than almost anything. A room full of people all speaking English, quickly. But let me calm that fear, gently, and give you what you need. Here is the first kindest truth. In your first meeting, you do not have to say much at all. You are new. Everyone knows this. It is completely fine to mostly listen and to smile and to nod. Nobody expects the new person to lead the meeting on their first day. So your job in the first meeting is simple. Listen. Show that you are listening. And speak only a little, warmly when it is natural. Let me give you the small pieces. First, at the start of a meeting, people often go around and introduce themselves. And when it is your turn, you say something small and warm. Listen. Hi, everyone. I'm Maria. I've just joined the marketing team. It's my first day, actually. Lovely to meet you all. That is all. Simple and warm and perfect. And people will smile and say, welcome. Then, during the meeting, you can show you are listening with small, quiet sounds. Right. I see. A small nod. These say, I am here, I am following. And if someone asks for your thoughts and you are not ready, that is completely fine. Listen. To be honest, it's my first day, so I'm still learning, but I'm happy to listen for now. Warm, honest, and perfectly acceptable. Or, I don't have much to add yet, but this is really helpful to hear. Lovely. It shows you are engaged without pressure. And if you do want to say something small, here are the gentle ways to begin. Listen. Can I just ask a quick question? Sorry, could I just check something? This might be a silly question, but that last one is wonderful. This might be a silly question, but it gives you permission to ask anything, and people will always say, no, that's a good question. Always. Let me show you a small meeting moment. Listen, softly. The manager says, so, does anyone have any questions before we finish? And you say, yes. Sorry, this might be a silly question, but where do I find the shared files? And someone says, oh, not silly at all. I'll show you after. It's easy once you know. And you say, thank you, that's really helpful. Feel how safe that was. You asked one small thing. Nobody minded. Everyone was kind. That is what meetings are really like on a first day. Let these settle now. Hi everyone, I'm Maria. It's my first day actually. I'm still learning, so I'm happy to listen. This might be a silly question, but thank you, that's really helpful. Now it is the middle of the day, lunchtime, and this is a warm, gentle part of your first day and a lovely chance to get to know people. Let me give you the words. Often, a kind colleague will invite you. Listen, Grace says we're all going to grab some lunch. Do you want to join us? And you say, oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. Or if you would rather rest, that is fine too. You say, that's kind, thank you. I think I'll take it easy today, but maybe tomorrow? Warm and polite, and it keeps the door open. At lunch, there will be easy, friendly small talk, and you already know how to do this. Listen to the gentle questions and answers. Do you know this area well? Not really, no. I'm still finding my way around. Have you tried the cafe downstairs? Not yet. Is it good? What do you usually have for lunch? Oh, usually just something simple. And you? How are you settling in? Really well, thank you. Everyone's lovely. And here is a small warm thing. At lunch, you can ask people about themselves. People love this, and it takes all the pressure off you. Listen, how long have you all worked here? What's it like working here? What do you all do in the team? Are there any good places to eat around here? Ask these, softly, and then listen warmly with your small reactions. Oh, really? That's interesting. How lovely. And the conversation flows, all by itself, while you barely have to say a thing. Let me show you. Listen, softly. At lunch, Tom says, so Maria, what made you apply here? And you say, well, I'd heard it was a really friendly place, and so far that seems true. And he laughs and says, ha, we have our moments, you'll fit right in. And you say, I hope so, everyone's been so kind today. And Grace says, give it a week and you'll feel like you've always been here. And you say, that's such a nice thing to say, thank you. Feel the warmth of that, feel how easy. Just small, kind, honest words shared over lunch. Let them settle now. That would be lovely, thank you. I'm still finding my way around. How long have you all worked here? You'll fit right in. That's such a nice thing to say. Now the afternoon comes, softly, and by now the hardest part of your day is behind you. The introductions are done. You have met your team and your manager. You have found the toilets and the kitchen and your desk. You are settling in. In the afternoon, you might be given a small first task, and here is how you receive it, warmly. Listen. Your colleague says, would you like to have a go at this? It's a nice, easy one to start with. And you say, yes, I'd love to, thank you. And they explain it, and you listen, carefully, and you check gently. So just to make sure, you'd like me to? And when you understand, you say, great, I'll get started. I'll let you know if I have any questions. That last phrase is lovely and professional. I'll let you know if I have any questions. It tells them you are happy to work alone, but you will ask if you need to. Perfect. And as you work, if you get stuck, you already know what to do. You ask gently, sorry, could I just check something with you? There is no shame in it. It is exactly right. And when you finish your first small task, you say, I've finished that first thing. Could you check it when you have a moment? Or, that's done. Is there anything else you'd like me to do? That question is wonderful on a first day. Is there anything else you'd like me to do? It shows you are willing and eager and helpful. Managers love to hear it. Let me show you softly. You finish your task and turn to Grace, and you say, Grace, I've finished that. Would you mind having a quick look? And she says, ooh, that was fast. Let me see. Oh, that's great. Well done. And you say, thank you. Was it okay? And she says, perfect. You pick that up quickly. And you say, oh, good. I'm glad. Is there anything else I can help with? And she says, not right now. Just relax. You've done loads for a first day. And you say, thank you. It's been a really good day. Feel how far you have come in just one day. This morning you were nervous, and now here you are, finishing tasks and chatting warmly and settling in. That is how first days go. The fear fades, and the warmth grows. Now the day is ending. People are beginning to gather their things and put on their coats. And there are lovely, warm ways to say goodbye on your first day. Let me give them to you, softly. The simplest is, right, I'm going to head off. Have a good evening, everyone. Head off means leave. I'm going to head off now. I'd better head off. Very natural, very common. And your colleagues will say warm things back. Listen, bye Maria, great to have you. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Someone says, well done today, you did great. And you say, oh thank you, that's so kind. I really enjoyed it. Someone says, get home safe. And you say, you too. Thanks again for everything. And if you pass your manager James on the way out, you can say something warm. Listen. Thanks for a lovely first day, James. I really enjoyed it. And he says, you're very welcome. You did really well. See you bright and early tomorrow. And you say, I will. Have a good evening. Feel how warm that ending is. Feel how good it feels. You walked in this morning full of worry, and you are walking out tonight having done it, having met everyone, having asked your questions, having finished your tasks, having been warm and kind and brave. You did it. Let these goodbyes settle now. I'm going to head off. Have a lovely evening, everyone. See you tomorrow. Thank you for a lovely first day. You too. Get home safe. Now let me carry you through a whole first day, gently, from beginning to end. Just listen. There is nothing to learn now. Let it flow through you like a warm and gentle story as you sink deeper towards sleep. It is morning. You walk in and you say to the receptionist, good morning, I'm Maria. It's my first day today. And she smiles and says, welcome. Take a seat. Someone will be right down. And soon a kind man appears and says, you must be Maria. I'm James. Lovely to meet you. Welcome. And you say, lovely to meet you too. Thank you. And he walks you in and says to the team, everyone, this is Maria. It's her first day. And they smile and welcome you, one by one, and you say warmly to each, nice to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. And Grace brings you a tea and says, how are you finding it so far? And you say, it's great, thank you. Everyone's been so kind. And later you need help, and you say, sorry to bother you, Tom. Could you show me how to log in? And he says, course, let me come over. And you say, thank you. I really appreciate it. And you sit with James and he says, any questions so far? And you say, yes. What would you like me to focus on this week? And he says, just settle in and learn the systems. Don't worry about the rest yet. And you say, that sounds good. Thank you. And there is a meeting and you say, hi everyone, I'm Maria. It's my first day. Lovely to meet you all. And you listen and nod, and near the end you say, this might be a silly question, but where do I find the shared files? And someone says, not silly at all. I'll show you after. And at lunch, Grace says, come and join us. And you say, that would be lovely. Thank you. And you finish a small task and say, that's done. Is there anything else I can help with? And Grace says, you've done loads. Just relax. And at the end of the day, you gather your things and you say, right, I'm going to head off. Have a lovely evening, everyone. And they say, bye, Maria. Great to have you. See you tomorrow. and you walk out into the London evening tired and happy and proud because you did it, your whole first day, in English. And it was warm and kind and just fine. Better than fine. It was good. Before we let the phrases settle, let me give you a small gift for the quiet part of work, the writing. Because on your first day, you may also send a short message or an email to a colleague or your manager. And there are simple, warm ways to do this. Listen, softly. To begin a message, you can say, "Hi, James. Hi, Grace. Hello, Tom." Simple and friendly. To open warmly, "I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good day." Just a quick message to ask something. "Could you let me know? Would it be possible to? When you have a moment, could you?" To thank someone. "Thank you so much for your help today. Thanks again for making me feel so welcome. I really appreciate it." To close a message, "Thanks again. Best wishes. Many thanks. See you tomorrow," and then your name. Let me show you a whole small message. Listen. "Hi, James. I hope you're well. Just a quick message to say thank you for such a lovely first day. Everyone was so kind and welcoming. I'm really looking forward to getting started properly tomorrow. Thanks again, Maria." Feel how warm that is. Feel how simple. Short, kind sentences, one after another. That is all a good message needs to be. And if you ever need to ask for help in writing, it is just as gentle. Listen. "Hi, Grace, sorry to bother you. When you have a moment, could you remind me how to find the shared files? Thank you so much. Best, Maria." Rest with these now. I hope you're well. Just a quick message to, "When you have a moment, could you?" Thank you so much for your help. Thanks again. Best wishes. Now, as you grow heavier and softer, let me simply say these words to you. You do not need to learn them. You do not need to remember. Just let them float through you like leaves on quiet water and settle wherever they wish. The arrival. "Good morning. It's my first day today. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much. You must be Maria." The introductions. "Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. I've just started today. I'm new here. Sorry. Could you tell me your name again?" Meeting the team. "Nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here. Welcome aboard. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you, that's very kind." The small talk. "How are you finding it so far?" "It's great, thank you. Everyone's been so kind." "How long have you been here?" "That's lovely." The kitchen. "Can I get you a coffee?" "How do you take it?" "Just milk, please." "Shall I put the kettle on?" "You're a star." Asking where things are. "Sorry, could you tell me where the toilets are?" "Which desk is mine?" "Where should I put my coat?" "Thank you so much." Asking for help. "Sorry to bother you. When you have a moment, could you show me?" "I really appreciate it." "Ah, that makes sense. When you don't understand." "Sorry, could you say that again?" "I'm not sure I understand." "Just to check, you'd like me to." "Thank you for explaining." With your manager. "How's your first day going?" "Really well, thank you. What would you like me to focus on?" "I'm looking forward to getting started." In the meeting. "It's my first day, actually. I'm still learning, so I'm happy to listen. This might be a silly question, but that's really helpful." The goodbyes. "I'm going to head off. Have a lovely evening, everyone. See you tomorrow. Thank you for a lovely first day. Get home safe." Let them all drift gently into the deep, quiet places of your mind, where they will wait for you patiently until you need them. And now, before you drift all the way down into sleep, let me say one last gentle thing. You are going to be okay. Whatever new beginning is ahead of you, whatever first day is coming, You are going to be okay, because now you have walked it. You have lived it, softly here, in the safety of your warm bed. And the words are in you now, the introductions, the small talk, the asking for help, the goodbyes. They are settling into you quietly as you rest. And remember the kindest truths from tonight, that everyone expects you to be new, that people are kind to someone who is new, that you do not need perfect English, only warm English, that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness, and that a smile and a thank you and a nice to meet you will carry you further than any perfect grammar ever could. You are braver than you know. It takes real courage to start something new in a language that is not your first, and you are doing it, step by step, word by word, day by day. So rest now. Let the worry go, completely. Tomorrow, whenever it comes, you will walk in and you will be just fine. Because you have already been there, softly, tonight, in your gentle, quiet mind. Let go now. Let all of it go. You do not need to remember a single phrase from tonight. The ones that were meant to stay will stay, quietly, in the deep places, waiting. And they will come to you, when you need them, easily, as if they had always been yours. Let your body grow heavy now. Let your arms be soft. Let your legs grow heavy. Let your whole body sink gently into the warmth of your bed. Take one slow breath in and let it go, slowly. And another, slower, softer, deeper. There is nothing left to do tonight. No first day to face right now. No one to meet. No one to impress. There is only this warm bed, and this quiet dark, and your own slow, gentle breathing. Think softly of how kind everyone was in our gentle day. Grace with her cup of tea. Tom showing you how to log in. James welcoming you warmly. That is how people usually are to someone who is new, kind, patient. Glad you are there, and they will be kind to you too. You walked into that new place this morning full of worry, and you walked out tonight having done it. That is who you are. Someone who is afraid and does it anyway. Someone brave. Someone growing a little more every single day. Let your thoughts grow slow and soft and quiet. Let them drift away gently, like small clouds in a wide, dark sky. Feel how heavy you are. Feel how warm. Feel how safe. There is nothing to worry about tonight. Nothing to prove. Nothing to do. Only this soft bed and this quiet night carrying you down deeper and deeper into sleep. And if you are still awake, that is all right too. This gentle day will begin again, softly, and you can walk it as many times as you like, all through the peaceful night. There is no hurry here. There is all the time in the world. Rest now. Sleep now. Let go completely. You are ready for tomorrow. More ready than you know. Sleep well, dear friend, and walk into your new beginning gently, without fear. Good night. Rest deeply and dream, softly, in English.